Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Monday, March 28th. You can, of course, follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com, Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com, Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com, Shifts and Pucks. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network, as it was a weekend of things. You had the Battle of Alberta. You had Canada getting into the World Cup of Soccer, the Men's World Cup of Soccer, first time since 1986. You had quite a goaltending performance from Thatcher Demko. It was quite a weekend, and lots happened. We will be live tonight. It will be Sean, Tyler, and myself for sure. Devin Chris may be joining us as well to recap the Blues and the Canucks, as well as what else is going on in Canucks land. As tonight, as mentioned, the Vancouver Canucks will be taking on the St. Louis Blues. The Blues come into this game here not exactly on a roll. Actually, you would argue that they would be on the exact opposite of a roll, as they come in here in this in the playoffs in the Central Division, but with a record of 35, 20, and 9 and 79 points. They've lost 2 in a row. They've only won 3 of their last 10. And the Canucks, if you are getting into the playoffs here, are 6 points behind the Blues for that number 1 wild card spot. They're playing tonight. They play Wednesday, so it's a back-to-back series. They'll play here in Vancouver on Wednesday. So this could be a big opportunity for the Vancouver Canucks to make some dent in that in the playoff chase there. So, and as well, you've got Dallas and Winnipeg kind of still knocking on the door, and you've got Nashville and Minnesota ahead. So this is a interesting game, and Craig Berube talked about this. We'll talk to just touch on the Blues here. Berube said there are no tricks when you're in a slump or things aren't going well. You have to work your way out of it. As tonight's lines for the Blues is, of course, you'll see Ryan O'Reilly, Brandon Saad, and David Perron. You'll hear Robert Thomas, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Pavel Buchnevich. Braden Chen, Jordan Kyrou, Ivan Barbashev, Walker McEachran, and Torpachenko are the lines. Parayko, Leddy, Falcon, Scandella, Rosen, Mikola, and the defense, and Husso will be in goal for the Blues. For the Canucks, Yaroslav Halak is getting the start in goal. Bruce Boudreau says this was because of his performance against Colorado. By the way, Matthew Highmore's upper body injuries now week to week. Boudreau also said that Kyle Burroughs is expected to be available to play sometime next week as well. And so that will be interesting as well. The Canucks, of course, come into this game with a record of 32, 26, and 9 with 73 points. They are, of course, 3 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights in terms of points for the wild card spot. By the way, Aiden McDonough was a topic of conversation in Vancouver this weekend because there was an expectation or hope he may, or discussion with Canucks management if he would sign. He has opted to go back to college, to play for another season. He is, of course, with the Northeastern University. McDonough did say, however, that he was pleased with Canucks management and there is an intention to sign with the Canucks at some point, but he wants to go back and finish his schooling. So that will be something in terms of what they're going on with the Vancouver Canucks. So again, we are live tonight after the Canucks Blues post game, to talk Canucks and what else is going on in the NHL. But let's put some focus on the 4 other games in the National Hockey League. The Carolina Hurricanes are taking on the Washington Capitals. The Hurricanes, with the Eastern Conference, and we know the 8 teams. It's just a question of matchup right now. 93 points that the Hurricanes have, 43 and 15 and 7. First place in the Metro. The Capitals, 37, 20 and 10 at 84 points, are the second wild card team. You also have the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. The Arizona Coyotes taking on the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers coming off that not very good performance on a number of different levels, 9-5 loss to the Flames. And the Oilers are coming into this game right now in third place with 77 points in the Pacific Division, 36, 25, and 5. And Todd McLellan coaches his 1,000th game as the LA Kings take on the Seattle Kraken. The Kings are 4 points ahead of the Oilers at 81 points, 36, 22, and 9. So those are the 5 games in the NHL tonight as well. And the 3 stars of the week in the National Hockey League, Cam Talbot of the Minnesota Wild is the first star of the week. He went 3-0 with a 1.33 goals against average, 9.59 save percentage. For the Wild, he is the Wild are on a 6-game winning streak. They've actually played very well, and of course, Marc-Andre Fleury made his debut with the Wild this weekend against the Columbus Blue Jackets. But Cam Talbot is the number 1 star. And Johnny Gaudreau of the Calgary Flames is the number 2 star of the week. 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. Led the Flames to a pair of wins. He had 2 points in a 4-3 loss to the Sharks, 3 points in his 200th career goal and 40th game-winning goal in a 4-2 win against the Arizona Coyotes, and 5 assists against the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday. Leon Draisaitl was the 3rd star. He had 6 goals in 4 games. Of course, he had the hat trick in the 9-5 loss to the Flames, and he posted 1 assist in the 3-2 overtime loss to the Avalanche on the 21st. Scored a goal in the 5-3 loss to the Dallas Stars. So the 3 stars again of the week: Cam Talbot number 1, Johnny Gaudreau number 2, and Leon Draisaitl the 3rd star of the week. Other news: the Ottawa Senators signed their top prospect Jake Sanderson to a 3-year contract this weekend. He was, of course, the 5th overall pick of the 2020 at the University of North Dakota. He had 26 points, 8 goals, and 18 assists. He only played 23 of 39 games. He is out with a hand injury. He also played in the Beijing Olympics. He could make a debut at some point before the end of the season there. So Jake Sanderson signed. By the way, the Montreal Canadiens were the first team officially eliminated the season from the playoffs this weekend. So they will be. We knew that, but that is official. Here they're 17, 37, and 10. When Washington beat Buffalo 4-3 on Friday, they were eliminated from that. WHL 2 more teams have clinched a playoff berth, and they are both in the Eastern Conference. The Moose Jaw Warriors and the Saskatoon Blades have officially clinched. So now there are 3 spots left in both divisions. The players of the week: Lukas Sevskovsky from the Seattle Thunderbirds had 5 goals, 3 assists, and 8 points in 3 games. And goalie of the week in the WHL is Chase Coward. He was from the Red Deer Rebels in 2 games, 1 goal against, and a .944 save percentage. So those are the players of the week. In terms of the standings, of course, as mentioned, the teams that are still fighting for a playoff spot here, the Giants are in 6th place in the West, Victoria with 50 points. Victoria Royals have been playing very well and are at 50 points as well. Prince George Cougars at 47. So the Spokane Chiefs and Tri-City Americans try to fight there. In 6th place in the Eastern Conference is Brandon Wheat Kings at 65 points. Lethbridge Hurricanes at 58 points. Swift Current Broncos 57 points there as well. And then the Prince Albert Raiders are 4 points behind the Broncos with 53 points. Calgary Hitmen 52 points. Regina Pats 51. And the Medicine Hat Tigers are well out of this with 26 points. Also want to give a congratulations out to the U18 BCEHL Greater Vancouver Canadians. They won their best of 3 series this weekend over the Northwest Hawks as to be the U18 champions. They won their game on Saturday by a count of 4-2. Tate Humphries, Adam Lohr scored 2. Mateo Perro scored 1. Colton Iser scored both goals for the Hawks, and they have advanced there. So congratulations to them, and as well, and just want to see here, the Fraser Valley Rush won the 2021-2022 BCEHL Female U18 Championship. They will host the Edmonton Pandas in their next round. They won their best of 3 series, 2-1, and so looking at that that game was yesterday. So they 5-1 was the final score. Just to look at, they Rush won the first game. Oh, sorry, the website here. A quick second here. Jillian Laprier, Julia Clauso, Leah Bernard scored in the first for the Rush. Jessa Brewer scored for the Capitals, and then Vienna Rubin and Jillian Lapierre again scored in the final period there. So congratulations as well to the Fraser Valley Rush. So that is the news for today, Monday, March 28th. Again, a reminder, we are on live tonight after the Canucks Blues game, 7 Pacific, 8 Mountain. You can follow us also on Twitter, Sean Beardy Canucks, individually, Sean Beardy Canucks 03, Devin Gord Howe 09, Tyler TNOBLE. He's going to talk about his experience refereeing the Koi Cup. Christian Schneids, SCHNAIDZ. I am KEVULE. Shifts and Pucks on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening, and we will talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.